Okay, as we know, everyone is talking about the submarine, but we are coming from a different angle. You know how we're going to do it at Velvet Vibes podcast. I've got here the top 5 submarine theories. Some of this is a mix between some things I've seen on Reddit and some things that I have come up with on my own. Theory number 1. Ocean Gate is not making money. They do another trip to see the Titanic, deliberately kill communications, which they did say the communications went out within 45 minutes of them departing. I did not have this information originally. That's a little shocking that it was that quick that the communications was off. Deliberately kill the communications, travel back out, find them, and make profits off of all the documentaries and movies that will come of it. That's interesting because you do know if there are documentaries, movies, anything, audio, things like that used in music, they're going to get royalties from all this stuff. It's also interesting because I did mention this before, that, documentaries would come. I just didn't think of this part. It's like, okay, this might be the plan. Theory number 2. Now, the theory number 2, I'm hearing a lot of people saying Stockton Rush, the CEO of the company, some are saying he has no will to survive because upon the rescue, there will be celebration, there will be a bunch of balloons, there will be a bunch of happiness, confetti, and then the courtroom. Obviously, people are going to sue, families are going to sue, they're going to say damages and mental damages, etc. The fear that they put them in, the money they may have cost them. It's probably a lot of money. It's probably a lot of heartache. Once he probably saw that this isn't going to go well, at some point he lost all will to survive and he's just letting it go down. He'll rather go down than you go in his bank account. What do y'all think about that one? No, I ain't gonna lie. This one is more my speed. Theory number 3. This one's a little interesting here. Amongst the people on the submarine, there is a guy by the name of Shahzada Dawood. If I'm saying that correctly, he sits on the board of trustees of SETI Institute. The SETI Institute, it stands for the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. This gentleman is, as everybody else on the submarine, he's got the big dollars. A lot of money involved on this ship here. This guy, he's been on the board of people looking for alien intelligence. So there is a theory that they may not have even gone looking for the Titanic, but possibly looking for alien life. But get this, here on Earth, in the water. I always thought the water was interesting because the ocean is pretty much the only place that I can think of on the planet Earth that we don't know a lot about a lot of things, but we don't know pretty much anything about the ocean. There's a specific part of the ocean where it just ends for us. You get to the bottom of the ocean, then there's holes, and there's other life down there. We've seen things come out of there. We've put cameras down there and they exploded because of all the pressure. We've put things down there, cameras, lights, and they just can't survive. So I've always thought if something can go down there and it can live, it's something different about that. This is not just a fish that I'm talking about. I'm not going to go off and call it an alien. But is that where the giant squid is? Is that where a lot of strange things are? Maybe they were going to go and find that out. Side note on that one too, I'm pretty curious also as to who has wills and life insurance in place. I know it's easy to say, oh, they're rich and they're smart. They probably have wills and things like that, because this also sounds like a possible setup. On the original Titanic, there were also high profile names and lots of money. And we all know that the US dollar is declining currently. And now this kind of money is floating in the ocean. Is history repeating itself? Theory number 4. There's a large group of people saying, what if they never even boarded this submarine at all? With all this money floating around. And I do find it interesting, especially the billionaire who his stepson is out at the Blink-182 concert enjoying himself. Me personally, I'm not against that, and I'm going to tell you why. If you know, I know you might be mad, but if the alternative of that is for him to sit at home and cry and get into the fetal position and not go to the concert that he already bought the ticket, and if you say, what else could I do today? Just sit home and cry? Go to the concert. Get your mind off of it. He can't scuba dive and jump in there and say, you know what? I'm going to find my daddy. Daddy, come up out of there, daddy. He can't do that. So go to the concert. But back to my original point, where I'm taking you. If there is this kind of money floating around, and it seems to be a disconnect between the stepfather and the stepson anyway. I don't know if it's hatred. I can't really tell, but it seems to be some disconnect. If this is true, that he's saying, hey, I only got $100 to my name. I see that he went on Instagram, Twitter, and things and said that. The stepson did say this, that he's struggling, and etc. The billionaire may not be popping out that allowance that we may think he is popping out. So it also leads me to think, is he one of those that says, hey, my family's out to get me? My wife is out to get me. My stepson, people want my money. Why don't I just, air quotes, die? Fake your death. So I don't know if him and his Fake Your Death club may have a pact. Maybe they agree, hey, we're all going to do this. They may be going to a similar island. Maybe they're meeting up to get a new Tupac album. Find out he's still out there. But no, I joke. But there is a theory saying that they could have never boarded the ship. They could have went elsewhere. I personally would not find that to be far-fetched. This is something that's especially in their power with the money that they have. You know, you drop that bag, you say this is going to happen. If no one was looking for them, and if they didn't have this kind of money where it wouldn't be such a high-profile thing, it probably would have been easier to do. But now, you know, people are looking for them. I'm sure things are due. People need them. So yes, it's going to be plastered all over the news, but they can successfully pull this off if this is the case. And theory number 5, this one's kind of silly, but my goodness, the world we live in, this may just not be too as far-fetched as it sounds. There is a theory that it's similar to another one that I said, but they never went in the water. But this one says they went in the sub, they were at the water. They had the submarine moved to an abandoned warehouse while they were in it. There is a screen in the submarine, like in an Oculus or a virtual reality type of thing of that nature, which makes it look like they are in the water. Hence, they are using a video game controller to drive it and etc. They go to the warehouse, there's sound effects, there's water, there's everything of that nature. We scare them, we scare the world, let everybody say, oh my God, this is scary, what's gonna happen? And then they rip the curtain off and say, ta-da, this is our new product. AI virtual reality submarine experience. You can buy this now for $100,000 on Amazon.com. Get this installed in your house today. I didn't make this up. I really came across this. This is not the one I'm going to roll with, but y'all let me know what y'all think about that one. And if you are a geek like me, I got to give y'all this news. Do not leave right now. Get your geek on with me real quick. If you date back old enough to have experienced the good old Sega Genesis, then you a real one, and you probably at some point played Streets of Rage. Hell, I still play it to this day, and I'm goddamn almost 40 years old. Well, guess what? The time has come, the moment of truth. They are currently working on a movie. That's right. Lionsgate has purchased the rights to make a Streets of Rage movie. I hope they get it right. I know the whole stigma of video games that turn into movies and vice versa. I really think they can get it right because, let's be honest, although we love this game, it wasn't really much to the story. The streets were filled with crime, and you woke up, put on your tennis shoes, and said, that's it. I'm going to kick someone's ass and slap them upside the head with a plumbing pipe. Every time my health gets low, I'll just pick up an apple, bloop, 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 I'm feeling better. So with a story like that, I don't know how much room you have to mess that up. It is from the developers of John Wick that will be involved. So come on, man, get this right for me. Get this right for me. One time for the one time. So, boy, this one is interesting. Every once in a while, there is that amazing back and forth between just highly unlikely people. That's right. There are two people that got into it on social media, and no, it's not about Blueface. Your boy Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg has been involved in a little back and forth online today. Now, interesting that they went to Twitter. Mark Zuckerberg tiptoed over to Elon's hometown, Twitter, and accepted his offer for a cage match. So not only did they have a back and forth, Elon went ahead and said, hey, let's settle this in a cage match. But the interesting thing is Zuckerberg accepted the cage match. I don't know if they plan on doing this UFC. Oh, it looks like it is UFC. So they're going to do it UFC style. So it's hands and feet. I do want to know what the hell you two going to do that requires a cage match anyway. What you going to do? Like his comment until he submits? What's your special move? Retweet? The retweet roll kick and the marketplace uppercut? I hope y'all knock some of them coins out of each other, because I'm definitely going to pick it up though. They're actually going for the Vegas Octagon, is what Mr. Musk has replied. This is the interesting part though. Dana White has gone on to say that, I'm assuming he's had some kind of contact with them, that they're not playing. I thought it was a little, you annoy me, I'm just going to make a little smart remark. But I have a funny feeling the world we live in, this fight is going to happen. This fight is going to happen. Trust me. They're going to do it. It's probably big for both social media platforms. They'll probably stream it, live on both platforms. How the Versus does. It's probably going to be a lot of people in it. You know what? I'm going to be outside. I'm going to be outside for this one with Crown Royal in my cup. I guarantee it. I'm going to be there. Got me hitting the Denzel Washington. I guarantee it. Are y'all here for this fight? Are y'all still thinking about those top 5 theories? Trust me, I'm messed up in the head about it too. Y'all have yourself a good day. Keep listening to Velvet Vibes Podcast. Keep rocking with me, because I can't do it without y'all. I appreciate y'all. Share it. Leave comments. Subscribe on YouTube. We need y'all. Let's do it together. Let's go all the way, people.